Hi guys, good afternoon. I actually just wanted to come on here and share my birth story with my second. I have yet to make a video about my first birth story. But yeah, I just wanted to share my birth story that I had with my second child and hope that it inspires some women. Um, I'm still unsure if I'm going to be putting any video content that I had that day, or videos or pictures, things like that. But I just wanted to share it and just hope that it inspires some mamas out there, especially if you already had your first or if you're contemplating having a second. Um, my first birth story was kind of traumatic, and I was just so exhausted. And so with my second, let me just start from the beginning, okay? All right, so I woke up at 7 a.m. on the dot, and I look over, my water was breaking, and I wasn't aware. I look over into the restroom to see, we only had one bathroom, to see if T was in there, and he was, and, one second. Okay, so I looked over into the restroom to see if he was in there, and I was like, I need to go. I need to use the restroom. And he immediately gets out. I totally thought I peed myself. This would have been, I guess, my second time having my water broken, because it did break with my first, but it was just kind of in increments. So I woke up at 7 in the morning, and I just kind of went about my day. I put on some Thinx underwear because I was, gushing all day, sort of. And I thought, for some reason, I was like, oh, it could be my mucus plug. I don't know what it is, blah, blah, blah. No. I should have known because it was a lot, and I should have expressed that to my, I'm coming. So anyways, yeah, so I should have expressed that to my midwife. I believe I texted her at like around 8 o'clock. I was like, hey, I have a lot of liquid coming out. I'm not sure if it's my water that broke or what it was. I think it might be my mucus plug. And then she's telling me that she has an appointment up in Portland that day. And so I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna fret. I'm gonna go about my day as normal. So I do go about my day as normal. Everything. I go and pick up milk. Everything was normal. I had no crazy contractions. I want to say a few times my stomach cramped, but it wasn't anything I couldn't walk through or speak through. And then and I'm sharing this story because it was very redemptive compared to my first, because my first felt like when I was in it, I was like, I never want to have children. I'm like, give me the drugs. I cannot stand this pain. And with my second, I had none of that. It was truly like God redeemed my birth, and I couldn't have done it without him. So I went ahead and so everything was normal. I went about my day, went to go pick up some milk. I don't think I told a lot of people. I think I might have just told Travis. I said, hey, I think today might be the day. Something's going on today. And he gets home a little earlier. I think he came home around 5 or 4. 4. I want to say around 4. Maybe even a little sooner. He was so excited. We didn't know what the gender was, so we were gonna find out when we birthed. And I think I might have taken a nap. I can't remember. Usually, I feel like whenever I've been laboring, because I've done it twice now, I just want to keep going. I want to get the house tidy. Like, the house needed to be cleaned, and like the nesting part just in me doesn't stop up until like the very last minute. It's what I've noticed. And then I might have put Rose down to take a nap, and she wakes up from her nap. My midwife comes over around 5, and she checks me. She's like, well, I'm gonna send you to the birthing center to see to get you a Fern test. And the Fern test, basically, it's like they take a swab from your uterus to see, not your uterus, from your canal, your birth canal, to see if whatever is leaking, if it is the water. And so the lady, I go over there around 5:30. Um, so we go over we go over there, and the lady comes back. She comes back. She's like, "Yep." She's like, "That's your water leaking." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Great." Like, good to know, and we can rule, that it was that. And and then around during that time, I had Travis drop me off at the birthing center, and I had him go pick up dinner for us. And then when he came back and picked me up, I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "Is my water leaking?" Blah blah. So I guess by this point, almost 12 hours had gone by of me leaking, and but there was no like labors here. Like, I didn't feel like I was in labor. It felt like a normal day. And then I told my midwife, I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, but this is what it is." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna stay in town just to make sure, just so I'm here." I'm like, "Cool." We come home. I'm right before I have my dinner. I start praying. I'm asking God. I'm like, "Lord," I'm like, "I pray," because I had some bad news. They're like, "Oh, well, if it doesn't break by 7 in the morning or in the morning, then we're gonna have to take it to the hospital." And I want to avoid the hospital. I appreciate hospitals for what they can be used for. But that's not where I want to be, especially when I'm in labor. Halfway through my burrito, I start having contractions. And I was just on cloud nine. I was so happy. I'm like, "Thank you, Jesus." I'm like, "You are so good." And there was this song playing on the back of my head. It's called Ante tu altar. I can't remember who sings it, but Ante tu altar. It's in Spanish. And it's before your throne. And it just keeps repeating over my head, and I remember just like being so excited. I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Travis," I'm like, "You have to start setting up the pool." I'm like, "It's happening." I'm like, "Set the pool up." And he sets the pool up. And I'm like going through the waves. I'm like start crying because like when you're in labor, you just, all these emotions just take, your hormones are wild, as I'm sure a lot of women know. And that was around 6:30. Around 6, I'm like, contractions really started to pick up. I texted my midwife. I'm like, "Oh, my contractions are getting intense." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "I don't think." Um, she's like, "Let me know if they get, between three. I think it's 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 1 minute of a full contraction." And so around, they like picked up so quick. They from between 7 and 8, they picked up a lot. I texted her. I was trying to reach out to my doula who lives off the grid, and I also reached out to my best friend so she could come and put Rose down while I was laboring. Rose was there, and she was distracting me. She was the best distraction that I could have had, which was super nice. She was mimicking everything that I did, which is so, so cute. Whenever I would like moan or, roar, whatever, she also did it. And so it was super cute. And then so Travis starts setting up the pool, starts filling it up. I told the midwife around 8:30. I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "I think it's gonna happen tonight." And she still had her doubts, which is fine. I think midwives, have their own reasons for being the way they know births more than I do. But I knew my body. She checks me. So my best friend gets here before her, I believe. She gets here, and I have her put Rose down. It's 9 o'clock by now. Then my midwife gets here, and she starts setting up everything. And then I believe I get inside the tub and start laboring in the tub for like until he was born, and start laboring in the tub. And then so that was around 9 o'clock. I want to say I got in the tub around 9:50 or something. My midwife checks me, and she's like, "Oh, you're about 6-7 centimeters." And I'm like, "Okay." And I could just I had the fetal eject, whatever it's called. It's like the fetal eject. It's when basically, you know, my body is pushing my baby out. And so that I felt like something, I couldn't control it. I would, you know, roar and moan through the contractions, and Travis is like, I'm like, oh, I'm like, something's happening, and Travis is like, oh, he's like, I see the head, literally right after she checked. And I think by, what was it, around that same time, my doula gets here. And something that was super important to me during this whole birth was for someone to be there and to teach me how to breathe, because I really didn't want to tear. And I remember just saying at one point, I'm like, okay, I'm like, one more push, you know, like, I'm gonna get him out, one more push. And they're like, no, like, slow down, like, you don't want to tear. And so they taught me how to breathe, basically. And he was born at 10:06 p.m. so it was super quick. It was literally quite like, it was the birth of my dreams. I was amazed at how fast and like how effortless it was. It was truly like a redemptive birth that I never thought I was gonna get, but I'm so thankful to God for giving me this birth, because it shows me that He is with me. He is here. He was holding my hand through the whole process. And the whole time I had that song stuck in my head, just going over the same lyrics, just like praising the Lord. And it was truly just like so redemptive to be able to like go, like, you know, these are a year apart, a year and 4 months apart. And so it was amazing to be able to have that and know that I was covered in the blood of Jesus. Yeah, so anyways, I just wanted to share my birth story with you guys because it was so beautiful. Travis caught the baby. He is a boy, and it was just super cool. I just didn't think that, I guess I could have this kind of a birth, but you know, if you ask God, He will give you the desires of your heart. Yeah, God was there as like my biggest supporter, and I love that. But yeah, anyways, just wanted to share it. I know it was a little bit of a quick video. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time now, and I finally got the urge to do it. And I just kind of share a positive birth story, and it was a home birth story. So I just hope that it encourages you to pray for a birth of your dreams, and just have God guide you, and know that, you know, like, as obviously, like, when you're in it, it doesn't feel the greatest, but your end result is having your baby in your arms, and there's nothing more powerful than that. Yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share it.
16, 20, beautiful. Yeah, you have you're like 6 or 7. You still have quite a little bit of cervix all the way around. It's okay. Good.
6 or 7, you said?
Mm-hmm. Is there any way to push it?
Oh.
Not if there was just a lip, I could push it, but it's not just a lip.
You're doing great, Miley.
Oh my.
Okay, Miley.
Keep your jaw nice and loose, and your jaw and your lips and everything really loose. I think when you're having one, it'd be good to do some. I feel like I need to poop. Okay, well that's a good sign. She's moving down. You might have to, too. That might be.
Go ahead.
It's not quite there, but it could change really quickly. Just gotta loosen everything and let it go.
Oh. There you go. Keep that going, just like that. Oh.
Oh my God.
You got this. Stay with it. Just do this contraction. Contraction.
Might as well just get a balloon.
When it's over, I want you to take a big deep breath.
Good, Miley.
Want some more warm water? Okay.
Something like that.
Big deep breaths now. It's all gone. Wash it away.
Okay, baby. I'm ready whenever you are. I'm ready whenever you are. I'm ready whenever you are.
Let that water take it all away. There you go. Yeah.
Your butt just be totally loose. Just let it all go. Soften, soften. Picture your cervix just being soft and melty and like jello, and it's just gonna finish that last little bit.
Oh, something's happening.
Okay?
The baby's probably moving down. Yeah, that's awesome.
You feel no
And it's
move?
intense.
Yep.
Good.
Good job, baby.
Remember to go to the.
Something's happening. Okay. I'm here. We're here if it's coming. It's great. We're right here. Margie, what's happening?
What are you feeling?
Oh yeah, it's starting. I can see the head.
Really?
Yeah.
What? What the fuck? You're kidding me. Really? Holy cow.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's crazy. She was just like sitting.
Doing so good,
Okay. Yeah, are you
It's
gonna
so
get with
good,
her?
honey.
Oh my god, you're doing amazing.
honey. Keep it going, honey.
Wow. Yeah, those cervix all the way around. Yeah, there's some hair there.
Good job, honey. Oh.
Okay, last push.
Yeah.
No, remember, you don't want to just push it out too fast, though. Just let it, but yeah, go ahead and, like, if you feel the urge, go ahead and give her a 10 of 6 on the city.
Just keep doing what you're doing, honey.
You're listening to your body. You know exactly what you need to do.
No, go ahead and push with it if you're having a contraction, though. She's ready to come out. Bones.
She's right here. honey. Here she is.
She's crying already.
It's a boy!
I got the time. Are you ready? She's on the floor, so we're gonna clear your leg up.
About 30 seconds old.
It's a boy! How did I know you're a boy? Hi, Papa's hi!
My
That's amazing. You got him, Papa. Good job. Okay. He looks pink and vigorous and great. Wow. Here's a nice warm blanket.
Oh, there's a baby!
Brother?
Look, there's a baby!
He can fly now. Travis caught him. Yeah.
She was so close to falling asleep.
Who was that?
You should have let her fall asleep, but I didn't realize it.
I know, right?
I thought this was sweet too.
I know. Oh my god.
You're like, I almost caught you.
I
That one together.
Surprise, guys.
Get on the family name.
Thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate you, and I will see you in my next video.